little bit longer, but they need a res. They need something else to happen as the Wolves are starting to push on up and fight against DRX on their south border.
Again, this is good for the Wolves. They needed another strong game here. They couldn't keep just getting those small ones and then hope for a big game to come in the future. Getting those placement points would be very nice. They start to push over towards DRX. The lovely shot from QXZ will pin them down for the time being. An APG off in the distance as well is an ever-looming threat for the Wolves.
Regnum Kaya have managed to get themselves back up now. They could peek in here. The off angle, the outpost for DRX is their end goal. But Kikes, they're out in the open, but they've got to deal with troops first. They'll do it. They'll look for more as well. They will find everything they're looking for. The Wolves start to fall, and they will continue to tumble. 7th place. No elims there. Not able to keep things going. For DRX, this is great news. On that 7th place bubble, they're looking to solidify themselves. But Regnum Kaya, they want to extract points from this region. 5 elims found, and they want more as they move on in from that western edge.
Oh my god, the tracking on that was crazy. Royal Mail first class. That is some amazing shots there. The quick resets time and time again. I think Regnum Kaya didn't realize what was hitting them. I'll be calling hacks at that point, to be honest with you. But Regnum Kaya will get to play on as two.
Kara eliminated as well in the meantime on the southeast side. That was Ulf's doing. Ulf as well on that big chase for the bubble. The fact that the Wolves are down, Alpha 7 are down, gives them a little bit of hope, but there's a knock coming through both for DRX and for Ulf. Regnum Kaya have managed to move in, but they're playing 2 solos right now with Loxy and Zedwolf still alive on that northwest side. DRX really now penned in. Kaise can't do a thing about it.
I think for DRX, they are going to struggle to get out from this position. The saving grace is that Zol basically has no ammo because he's been shooting everyone in the lobby right now. We'll push a little further up here to get some information off the back of it. Doc will pick a player out the back of the buggy, immediately steps back down again. Again, this is where I want to see Doc respect this angle a little bit more. Needs to potentially leave. This could be a decent Molotov. There's no smoke blocking the window either, so he has a clear sight line towards it.
DRX on slivers of HP. And Hyunbin goes down to Reefus. APG. It's been engaged the lobby now. 2 players for DRX, and it's only the one on this outpost. Remember, they've still got that central player. Deadwolf did get knocked and flushed there, leaving just Loxy for Regnum Kaya on that north side. There's that knock over towards DRX. They're not getting him back up. The question is points. 5 teams remain now blank. What can teams extract from here? Loxy in the picture-in-picture, fighting for his life against Amori. One of the 2 players remaining for R8.
Again, for APG there, Doc gets shot at by Aaron on that angle. Where was the comms across the top in which how he should have rotated back towards the team? Doc knew that angle was available. I just don't think Top was told about it. Because otherwise there's no way he would have made that aggressive pushback that way. I'm not sure. I couldn't give you the specifics, but it's just frustrating to watch that. I mean, we just talked about it. But now APG down to just 3 players. But first one in a while, we've seen them in a top 4 here. Could he go a little bit further beyond? But it is Ulf who's controlling the hillside along with the shack. Ulf looking to jump up the tables.
They've got 12 elims already blank this match. They're trying to convert off a really strong Rondo as well. Get themselves up into that top 7. I think they'll be able to do it off this match. The question is how far and how secure will they feel? Moving in to the later parts of the day, we're going to be getting across the halfway line of the day after this match. So going into the final 3, it's going to feel good being in the top 7. But that buffer, building more and more on top of it. That's what teams are looking to do now. DRX, their last player, Prestige bearing down upon him. Mori keeping his head down. Gotta feel bad for DRX.
I mean, for R8 as well, even if they get 3rd place here, it's not a huge amount of eliminations, but that should see them safe. Aaron finding Reefus, 13 elims on the game. Another massive match for them. Up to top 3 for R8. It certainly sees them making it through here in the top 7, I would say, at this point in time. And now Ulf looks to readdress the circle. If R8 still slinging on both sides here, and Murray and Prestige playing both corners.
They regroup though. An immediate send back in. No, hang on a minute. They're diverting once more. They can't make up their minds. I mean, they're just getting that scouting info. They know nobody's pushing north just yet. APG and Ulf holding each other in a stalemate on this big flat plateau that sits in the middle. The nade is good from Amori, and that catches Yol. Alpha Gaming getting rid of that roadblock for Ulf might actually allow them to push across more effectively. R8 may have just unwittingly spelled their own demise.
But you take a second place, though. Let's see how far they can go off the back of it. But again, they control the entirety of the northern edge. Aaron picks up another for his troubles and now sees Doc as well. That's 15 elims. They can just clear out the last two players from R8. It will be a 27-point game, which will shoot them soaring towards the top of the tables here, John.
They'll be over that 100-point mark if they're able to do it, Blank, I think. Very, very close. It might just be short, but that is an incredible resurgence for Ulf in the two big games that they've had today. And it just goes to show you how close these tables have always been. In every
I think the best thing about it is just watching Ulf play their game, right? Aaron with these great angles that he's got towards players and taking one-on-one fights with some of the best players in the squad. And Scarface on those incredibly long angles, causing casualties towards teams that might have assaulted them later in the game. It's just nice to see Ulf finding their rhythm.
Absolutely. And a second Turkish team being in the top 7 would be quite an impressive feat. Bit disappointing to not see Regnum Kaya up there with them. With a lackluster performance so far. They weren't able to convert on this game, but there's an answer. Amori doesn't want them to go any further. Draws a line in the sand, but he has to pull back as the warpath is being driven right now. Aaron in the passenger seat.
What is this?
Slinging them around the hilltops, but he's going to be pulled out the side. Ketch still sending off across the way, and now they've left themselves in a 1v2 Blank. Ketch has it all to do. He's got 2 nades. He's going to have to try and make them work. Not quite reaching the tree there. Amori low on the HP and prestige, and Amori with a big chance for RA.
A massive ego challenge in the vehicle made little to no sense at the time. After Scarface went down, they could have played this out a little bit slower. No utility on the side of R8 right now, other than one stun grenade. But for one player, that might just be enough. R8 continues to take momentum here, picking up strong positions. Molotov towards the tree, not allowing Amuri to get too close just yet, but just behind it, he's clear and free. Stun grenade goes out towards Kedge. Blast right in his face, and that's going to delay him. He just has to go blind on this one.
He's got 1 nade, but he's not going to have any time to play around with it. And that is R8 taking home the chicken dinner against all the odds there. What a find coming through from R8. Ulf looked like they had that in the bag. They were on a tear. They had the numbers, but they hop into that convertible, and they got too big for their boots, Blank.
I don't know what that was. I mean, there's some giant's feet on those boots because they weren't fitting at all. I don't know what Ulf was thinking in that scenario. I mean, that does get them a lot of points, but it's not the 27-point game they were going for. They lost out on 2 elims as well off the back of that. So it's even worse for wear. For R8, though, a game that would see them sort of safe now sees them very safe.
They are going to feel pretty good about that one. A 6-point swing on the reverse side. What we were expecting, that 27 down now towards that 21 point, which is not a small game by any stretch of the imagination. Still, it's got to feel...
They are safe. They are good to go. Because this...
Avoid early skirmishes to keep 4 players alive until the very later stage.
No, but...
Starting to happen a few games ago. They are really far behind, you know? So, donuts. What? I mean, actually, oh, they got 1 placement point. Okay, all right? So it's not a back-to-back 0-point games. We'll take Dondo and then 0-point game, 1-point game. And now we're seeing teams pop off. I mean, these leaderboards are getting real scary.
We're going to have a MENA team here for the grand finals.
Yeah, there is no way they drop down now. With just 3 games left, they are set. Mapples as well.